Steve Kim for UCN Live here with trainer Robert Garcia. Robert, big news. A couple of weeks ago it was revealed you are no longer training Brandon Rios. When the decision was made and Brandon said maybe we should work in a different direction, did it surprise you?
Look, it did surprise me a little when he came to me. He actually came to the gym, said he wanted to talk to me, so and told me the news. At first, it was a little surprised, but I kind of knew it was coming, and I kind of knew it was about time for Brandon to do something, either retire, like he announced, after his fight with Bradley, or make a change, because you know it came to a point where we were too comfortable with each other. We were just friends, and there was a lot of you know bullshitting in the gym, with each other and the team, and him not listening. It is part of boxing. I think it started off a few years ago where me and Brandon became friends, and not only did things in the gym, but did things out of the gym that maybe we shouldn't have done as a trainer fighter together. So I think it was time, and we're still in touch. He's actually texting me right now and asking what I'm doing, where I'm at, how we're doing, and everything. So we're still in touch, and he told me he was going to train with his dad for his last few fights that he had left, and I was happy. I supported his decision.
They say all good things must come to an end. You talked about the closeness and how there is that old saying, don't get close to your fighters, don't fall in love with boxers. Looking ahead with some of your young prospects, the way things ended up with Brandon and what you feel as though maybe too much of a closeness or a comfort level, has that been a lesson for you moving forward?
Definitely, and it's not going to happen anymore. Right now we're already working with big names like Mares or even Chavez Jr. and that's one thing I'm trying to avoid. I don't want them to get comfortable with me. I don't want them to become or think they've become my friends and take the easy way out. I want them to respect me as a trainer, and I want them to know that if I tell them one thing, I need it done. If not, I'm not going to work. And so same thing with my younger fighters now. We have quite a few fighters that we've signed under Garcia management, and that's one thing that it's not going to happen again. It happened with Brandon, and it was a learning experience. We still had a great career. We had great big fights, became a world champion, had fights against great fighters like Manny Pacquiao, Timothy Bradley, Alvarado fights were awesome. So there's nothing to be ashamed of. We're proud of our work, but yeah, it did get a little bit out of hand.
Robert, did it bother you, the perception that you did not run a tight ship at your gym?
Look, no, not really. It's just we do. Every fighter in the gym is dedicated. Every fighter in the gym listens to myself and all of my assistants. I think it was just the obsession of Brandon. Brandon got too comfortable, not only with myself, but with the conditioning coach, with my father, my kid, my son, the cook, and it just got a little out of control.
Robert, I am very high on your group of prospects, from the Mean Machine Kavalishkas to Hector Tanahara, who I thought showed very good form this past weekend. How excited were you to be able to, at least, if Brandon Rios is going to do what he does, that you could just turn the page, move forward without him?
Look, I did this like 11 years ago with Brandon Rios, when we brought in Brandon Rios, brought in Victor Ortiz, got in Mikey, Luevano, Brian Viloria. We brought in those kids and turned them into what they became. We won titles with Luevano, with Brian Viloria. Brandon won his title. Ortiz won his title, even though he wasn't with me, but he won his title. Leo Santa Cruz, another one that we brought in. So now, 11 years later, I kind of want to do the same thing again. I don't want to be that trainer that only gets all those big names. Like, I also have to make my money. So, those big names like Mares or Chavez or Josito Lopez, Mikey, if he ever comes back, those are fighters that I'm still with, and I'm still glad to be part of the team. But, right now I want to do what I did 11 years ago, where, I brought in kids from the amateurs to develop them as professional fighters and eventually win world titles.
Would you say with the new generation, is there a fresh new energy inside the gym?
It definitely is. It definitely is. We have great team. We've signed 5 kids to Garcia Management, and all 5 are very talented and with a great bright future. They bring that. Those young fighters are the ones sparring Abner Mares right now, or we'll be sparring Josito Lopez, Mikey Garcia. So with their experience and the youth that these kids have, it brings something new to the gym.
Robert, you still have an issue, or a guy that will give you issues once in a while, Chavez Jr. This will be your second camp with him. We talked about this a few weeks ago. I guess he'll be fighting sometime in April. How do you think this camp will be different than the first one you had over the summer?
Look, I've been driving up to Big Bear to see him. He's up there for a few weeks to get his condition going and everything. Then the plan, we're planning on maybe coming and finishing up camp in Riverside. But if we ended in Big Bear, I know people have a bad he has a bad reputation, but in the gym he trains. I show up to the gym every day, and by the time I'm there, I get there like 7:30. He's ready to work, and yesterday we had a good 2 hours of training. He does that every day. Our last camp we had in Riverside, he showed up every day to the gym, and the days that he didn't show up is because I personally gave him the day off. But he sparred as many rounds as I wanted him to spar, and he's doing the same thing again. It's not like I have problems getting him to train. He does train. I think his issues or problems are outside of the gym when I'm not there, because I can't stay with him in Big Bear. I have my training camp in Oxnard, which is I'm still there every day with the fighters like Vozdik and Kavalasquez and Bisputin, all those guys that are tremendous future world champions. And then I got Riverside with all the rest of the fighters, and so I can't be in Big Bear with them. I wish I could, but I can't. To be there every day, make sure he's running. But as long as he's doing the 2 hours of training, I think it's enough. And he is running. I make sure he's running. His conditioning coach that's there with him is guaranteeing me that he's running every day. So that's already progress.
Here we are with trainer Robert Garcia, Steve Kim for UCN Live. I wrote an article recently detailing the 2-year anniversary of the disappearance of your brother, Mikey Garcia. You're from a fighting family. Does it puzzle you that Mikey has not fought in over 2 years?
Oh, it definitely hurts us, myself, my dad. But, to be honest, I think Mikey wanted this time off, even though it's been, a lot of, problems with the promotional problems and of course, everybody knows that there's those issues. I think Mikey wanted this time off. He's back in the gym now. He's training, and now it's about time that like we see it in him that he wants to get back in there. He did so many things that he never did when he was younger. He loves other stuff, and this last 2 years he enjoyed everything he wanted to do. He stayed in shape. He's not overweight. So I think when he comes back, if he does come back soon, I think he'll make a good impression.
Well, soon is a relative term. Do you think we'll see him in the first half of 2016, Robert?
We were hoping we'd see him in the first half of 2015. You know what I mean? That's what we thought. We didn't think it would take this long. But now at this point, Mikey really doesn't care if it takes another 6 months or a year. You know what I mean? He already did. He just turned 28 in December. So when he does come back, it'll take a few fights to get back in rhythm. But eventually he'll be back on top of the way everything looked 2 years ago.
Robert, final question. You'll be part of this card right here that we're talking about, Pacquiao Bradley undercard. Evgeny Gradovich, hard-nosed Russian grinder. What does he have to do to upset the apple cart in Oscar Valdez?
Look, Oscar Valdez is such a great, talented fighter. I've seen his fights, his last few fights. He's looked sensational. He's got a great team behind him. He's got all of Mexico, top rank. Think very high of him. So we got to be in great shape. Gradovich always prepares himself. the best out there. He's been doing training camps in Oxnard, but this time he's in Riverside. We changed it a little bit. I brought him to Riverside. He's going to be getting great sparring with all my young fighters too. So it'll be a different camp because the difference that it'll be in Big Bear and with all the great sparring that I'm gonna have in the gym. So he's going to be in great shape. It's not going to be an easy fight, but it won't be easy for Valdez either. We're going to go out there and give the fans what they want to see.
All right, there is trainer extraordinaire Robert Garcia. This is Steve Kim for UCN Live.